This is Cinema.
And this is Johannes.
And you are watching Board Gaming Ramblings.
And welcome to the top 100 board games of all time, 2024 edition. This is going to be awesome.
Yes.
We have worked hard on a top 100 list to show you and talk about all these amazing games. And like 2 years ago was the last time we did top 100, and there has been quite a few changes, at least to my list.
Yes.
For many different reasons. We're going to talk maybe slightly about some of them here and there. Just want to say, like, top 100 sounds like a lot. But we, in BG Stats, we have played almost now 1,700 different games, 1,600 different games. I only started logging that in 2016. So we're closing in on 2,000 different games played. So 100 of those is like the top of the crop. And as I always say, and I think you agree, this is like a snapshot of right now.
Yes.
Because things will change, and I know you are doing it more than me, but in like the higher numbers, I'm not sitting pondering for an hour, okay, is this 94 or 97? I think you do that more than me.
Yeah, right now, like the cutoff at 100, that
Yes.
is the hardest part.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know what I like the most. Like top 10, top 20, top 30, okay, those were hard, but now at like the very bottom, I have to decide what's in and what's out.
Yes.
And that just feels so harsh.
And if it's the top 100, there's no honorable mentions. So
That's true.
you can't have like, here are my 40 honorable
Yes.
mentions, which could have been my number 101. Okay, we're just going to jump right into it. We're not going to do like, we usually when we do top 10s, we're guessing crossovers. Top 20s, we're doing crossovers or guessing them. We're going to have quite a few crossovers.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say a number, and if somebody counts, then you will see. I'm going to guess that throughout the whole series of top 100, we're going to have 63 crossovers.
Oh.
That's probably too much, but I'm lowering it. I'm doing 51.
Okay, because I was thinking 65.
Okay, so I'm going to 51, you're going to do 65.
65.
I'm going to go 56.
56 and
you're
65.
Okay, 56,
Okay.
65. If somebody's counting, then you can do like a crossover thing. Okay, and we will see in the end
And
how
there's been
it goes.
a lot of new publishing games published
There
since
has.
we made this last time, and also we played some of the old existing games
Yeah.
again for Keeper
Keeper
Call, for
Call
example.
already, yes.
So that means that I have some games that has gone out of the
Mm-hmm.
list and some has gone in and changed the. Yeah, that's why we're making the top 100.
That is true. We
I've
haven't
just
copied
copied
it.
the previous list.
I actually counted, so I know I'm going to tell you right now there's 33
Oh,
games that wasn't on the list
New
last
games.
time. Yes,
Okay.
they don't have to be new, but there wasn't on
there
the
wasn't
list
on the list last
time.
I have tried to count.
Yes.
I've estimated
Yes.
that I have 27 new
Okay.
additions to the list.
That's
this
pretty cool, and
time.
I also have a lot of things jumbling around. So if you're looking at this and saying, "Oh, this is going to be the same thing," and remember, all of these games are amazing.
Yes.
It's not like don't skip the bottom of this list because these are fantastic games.
Yeah.
As always, you are going to begin.
Yes.
And if you don't know, we don't know each other's list. So because we think it's a lot more fun to not know where things are going to be. Makes even more sense than top 100, of course. So I'm excited. Let's go.
Let's jump right into it.
Yes.
My number 100
100.
is... No, just kidding. Similo.
Oh.
Similo is a game that we've played for many years, but there's been new additions to the game, like what you call it, the themes of the game, and it has just become one of these games that is so easy to get to the table.
Yes.
One of our classic go-to. We have a new group of people that hasn't played before. We want something that's easy to bring along, so that is why it's my number 100.
Fantastic game. And this wasn't on your list last time.
No.
My number 100 was very much higher on my list last time.
Oh.
It was number 21.
Oh,
Yes.
quite a fall.
So it has fallen, and this might not be on here the next time, because this is a game I never played. This is just here for reasons because I haven't played it a lot, and that is Magic the Gathering. And I was like, oh, it has to be here because it's been so important to me. But it's a game that I might never play again in my life, and that's okay. It's just been so it's also a huge part of me getting into games. I played only that and a few other things for many years. and it was just super important to me. So it's still here hanging on to the top 100, but it might be gone next time.
My number 99 is Shipyard, and this was in my 90s last time too. And I really like the puzzle of getting the things on your ship, the right things to get you the most points where you're going to sail, for example, and for your ending game scoring as well. And we're looking forward to try the new version that we haven't played. It's upstairs.
Yes.
I'm excited.
We haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm very excited to do so. Next up for me is number 99. It was number 56 last time, so another one that's fallen quite a bit, and that is Trajan. This is a classic Stefan Feld game. I still thoroughly enjoy the game. It is like the main puzzle, like the Mancala puzzle of trying to plan 16 rounds ahead is what is like the main fun thing about the game. The different mini games are fun, but the puzzle of the Mancala is what makes this game still stay on my top 100.
My number 98 is Sankore, The Pride of Mansa Musa, and this is a new game, so it wasn't on the list last time. This is a very complex game, which is really beautiful, and I think this could eventually rise also, but right now it is so overwhelming for my brain.
Yes.
But it's so good.
It's a great one, absolutely. My number 898 is gonna be... It was my number 93 last time, so it's like a little tiny thing. And this is the kind of thing where I don't know the reason. Like, oh, why was this 93 last time and now it's 98? It's Arboretum. This is one that is just like a very nice thinky filler. I enjoy all my plays of it. It's kind of mean, so you need to be in the mood and need to know the people you play with, know that they're okay with that. But it's just like super simple to learn. Pretty straightforward gameplay, but a lot of fun and a super crunchy puzzle.
My number 97 is also a new game to my list. It's Oranienburger Canal, a two-player game from Uwe Rosenberg. Really Euro goodness with different cards that you play onto these areas, and you're trying to make like the adjacencies work and trying to have the right like lanes or bricks or water or something beside them. The theme, I don't know. Euro goodness, thumbs up.
Yeah, you're building a canal, I think, in a place called Oranienburger.
Ah, I would have never have known.
My number 97 is going to be the first new addition to the list for me, and that is going to be That Time You Killed Me. Because this is one of my favorite abstract games. It was hilarious, super fun. The theme makes kind of sense, like as much sense as you can do in an abstract game. You are playing these kind of chapters, so there's like different, the game is evolving, you can play all these different kind of game plays, ways with the game, and there's so much fun. You have different boards. When I move on this board, I also move on this board because it's the past, the future, and the present. And there's just like so much things going into that small little game. Not a small little game, actually. It's a big normal box game. But I really enjoy it. It's one of those that when I think about it, I always would like to take it out and play it. Because abstract games was always things I didn't like. And then there was a couple of ones that came in and like, oh, this is actually quite a lot of fun. And That Time You Killed Me just came out of nowhere and just love it so much.
My number 96 is almost at the exact same number as last time. It was 97, and it is Keyflower. I was almost like tweaking my list to make it exactly the same because my brain enjoys that.
Yes.
But Keyflower is a really cool game which have this really cool, the auction.
Yes.
You have these meeples in different colors, and you try to you bid your meeples basically. And if I bid a blue meeple for that tile, everybody else has to bid blue meeples. And if I lose an auction, then I can change and move the meeples to another place. And you're trying to build it to below and trade your make resources and move them around and get points.
Our favorite thing to do is like convert things into other things and get points because points are life. My number 96 was number 91 last time, and that is Tainted Grail. We haven't played it, I think, since we did that, but I just remember so many fun experiences and one not so fun thing that happened, but just like so fun. It was just a little bit grindy, and I cannot wait for the 2.0 rules. Really excited to hopefully be able to play all the Tainted Grail stuff, but mostly excited for the Kings of Ruin, which is like the new version of Tainted Grail. And then we
Yes.
have like the 2.0 rules for everything else to make it better.
Yeah, I really like the world that it was set in, and I also really look forward to the tweaked edition that would hopefully make us play through
Yes.
the campaign.
Fingers crossed, because it's a very fun game.
My number 95 is a new game to this list, and it's Woodcraft. And Woodcraft is really clever because it has this wheel that turns around, because when you choose an action, you will like move the wheel forward, and it makes the combination with the action and the bonus that you get a little exciting from round to round. And you also have these dice that you kind of chop up and melt together like wood to do the things that you want to do.
I really enjoy that mechanism of like that's the most fun part about the game, is that you thematically it makes sense. Like you're cutting the wood, you're gluing the wood, and all of that. My number 95 was actually my number 22 last time.
That's
so another one that's
well.
fallen a lot, and it's not a crossover for your pick, but it's a crossover of Designer. It's Underwater Cities.
Cool.
And this has fallen probably that much because we haven't played it afterwards. I just still remember it being super cool, especially with 2 people. I really want to play it again. The worker placement with the card matching to make a better action is super cool, and the puzzle of building that city just makes the game very exciting. I would love to play it again. I would really love to play the expansion, because I heard it's very good, but it's also more expensive than the base game. So it's very hard to pull the trigger on that. Let us know if you really love the expansion for Underwater Cities and want us to play it. Maybe I will buy it if a person on the internet tells me to.
My number 94 is Ark Nova, and it hasn't been on my list before, and it wasn't even in my top 20 for the year it came out. It was really underwhelming for me when I first played it, and then when I played it later, it has really grown on me. So I really like the different cards that you're trying to get into your zoo, and you're trying to also do this Euro stuff beside like tinkering with the little board and the tiles and trying to make everything fit.
I feel like we enjoy games where you have like a player board and you're building something.
Puzzling things.
Yeah, but like you're building this little area for yourself. I think
like that.
That's something that our brains enjoy. My number 94 was number 44 last time. And I think another victim of not playing it again after that.
That's a classic for...
And that's going to be The Great Wall, which is a long Euro game, but it's so fun. The rulebook is not the best, but the gameplay is so much fun. It's right there. We still have expansions we haven't played. I would love to play it because it's one of those games that it works so well. Like it's a miniature, it can also have its standee version, but we have like the miniature version of the game. Looks amazing, plays amazing, have all of these super cool mechanisms. Really like it. I would love to play it again, which I'm not going to say. I will try not to say that because it's
goes
probably
for every
the case.
game.
But you know, after saying that, I would probably say it for every game for the rest of the top 100.
My number 93 is Blue Lagoon, and this is a really this is really smooth. And is that low or high?
No, I'm surprised it's on your list.
Yeah, it was one of many contenders for these spaces, but I really like Blue Lagoon. It's so smooth and it's fast and simple, but it has so much depth into it, even though it's really short and sweet, and that's why I like it.
I'm so happy now because I didn't know you liked it that much.
I like it.
Wow, I was really surprised. This is a great game.
I didn't even try to cull it.
Oh, you didn't?
Yes,
that's
the biggest compliment
I just feel
a
like
game can get.
You're trying to cull everything. That's like my number 93 was not on my list last time, which is kind of weird because it is a super nice game. And there is like, I'm going to say like, I've seen like a shift in some of the games I'm adding here. This is not one of them, but I'm seeing a little bit of a shift here and there. Maybe you will see it as well over the course of the list, or maybe just something I imagine. My number 93 is going to be Forge War. This is a super good, it's pretty complex. The first board game made by Mr. Isaac Childress, a big Euro game where you can build an army of Rhodos, because that's something everybody should have. I love that. Like I always try to take my warriors as a Rhodo so I can have my own little army of Rhodos when I play the game. It's kind of abstracted, but it's very like planning. You have to plan forward. It's kind of like you have this, it's kind of a jumbled thing because you have a worker placement thing with one worker. You also have you are suddenly playing Hey That's My Fish, some part of the game. You're trying to do something in a mine by mining resources. Then you're trying to build weapons for your Rhodos, and you're sending them out on missions, and you have to do the mission every round. And you're like, all of this planning is super cool. A game again that I would really like to. I'm not gonna say a great game, obviously.
Yeah, this is an amazing game. It's so hard,
Yes.
and because it's so long between every time we play it,
Yeah.
I kind of have to learn it again every time
Yeah.
and be like equally frustrated
Yes.
over how bad I am at,
There is a
at the
short
game.
game of it that if you get the game,
Play that.
it once.
Yes,
And then
please.
play the full thing because that's fun.
And 92 is Seven Wonders Duel.
Yeah.
It was in my 80s last time, and this is a very solid two-player game, and it takes all of the cool things from Seven Wonders, which you can't play with two, and really makes it a fun drafting game with two players,
Yeah.
which is really cool.
You can actually play 7 Wonders with 2, but there's a dummy player.
But
And
this is with the expansion. It's
Yes.
very important
Yeah.
that you get the expansion.
My number 92 is a brand new game. It's Barcelona. This is from new designer last year, Danny Garcia, which just came out with some great stuff. There's new stuff this year as well. I'm super excited for. Super nice person and super nice game. Barcelona has this I'm saying super a lot.
Super.
Has this very nice mechanism of you placing there's a person token you're placing, and then you get to do like the actions that are in the grid, depending on where you place. My
The
words.
intersection.
The intersection, that was the thing I was trying to say. And you're trying to then place them and then trying to not make it easy for other people to build buildings. And there's like so much cool stuff. Really like it, and that's why it's on the list.
It's really an amazing game, and I'm looking forward to the other stuff that it's going to make. My number 91 wasn't on my list last time, but I think it was like the time before, and that is Power Grid. Power Grid is a super solid game, but it really goes a little up and down for me how much I enjoyed, because we played it, I don't want to say a lot, but we're kind of like done with it.
Yeah.
But I still really appreciate the game. It's super clever how you're auctioning for the power plants, and then afterwards you have to manage actually having enough money to buy the resources.
Yeah.
So the turn order is essential in this game.
I was thinking you were going to say it goes kind of up and down for me because it's so boring to win every time I play it.
Every time I play it.
But you have actually never lost a game of Power Grid.
Which is weird because there's so much maths,
Yes.
and my brain doesn't like maths.
No, but I think you do
my
it like
brain-
just intuitive instead of doing it
Yes.
actual math. My number 91 was number 67 last time, and it has been in my top 10.
Cool.
I don't know if it was number 1, but it was very close to it, and that is going to be Time Stories.
Yes.
Time Stories is not a game I will ever play again. Or we have a couple of scenarios actually for the new one. I want to play it with the same people we played the others with. But the thing is that Time Stories will always be this kind of staple of storytelling, of giving me goosebumps of a board game, of just telling a story in a super exciting way. Space Cowboys have since then been really good at doing this kind of with perspectives, with unlock, doing the stories in this kind of great way. And so I was getting feelings for about
emotional.
Time Stories.
Yes.
It's the first time you get feelings on Board Gaming Ramblings. But just like this game, we played, and you even didn't play the first two.
No.
You came in the third one.
Yes.
And we
It's so
played
good.
the whole thing. It's so good until it's not.
Yeah.
Ups
and downs.
I remember it was in my top 10, in my top 50. And then when we played the last one, it fell off the top 50.
Yes.
Like it was not there anymore. And this is another one that might drop off the top 100. But it's here now because of like the feelings and the experience. I remember just like the first few things we played. I remember moments. I remember exact moments of me picking up a card, looking at it and be like, what? Is this happening now? This is the most crazy thing ever. And to be able to tell that story and give that feeling of a board game, that's always going to be an important thing to me. It's always going to be with me. So Time Stories might not be the best game ever made, but it's for me a game that's always going to be important. That was
Yes.
the thing.
Yeah, I agree. 100%.
100. That's nice because this is the top 100.
Yes.
And that's actually all the games for this time.
It was.
There is 9 more videos to come, so we hope you enjoyed this one. Please let us know if any of these games are in your top 100 down in the comments. Are any of these shockers, things you didn't think would be here, or are we just like raging at the screen? You're so stupid. This is too low. It should be in your top 1. And that's going to be the end of this one. If you enjoy what we do here and you like this list, then you can help us out in a very big way by giving us a victory point.
And we get victory points when you click that subscribe button. You can also click the bell to get notifications every time we post a new video, like the rest of the top 100, for example.
Excitement level through the roof!
Yes.
And this is the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Johannes.
I'm Senua.
And you've been watching Board Gaming Ramblings, and bye-bye.